What's up, everyone? We are back, and I decided to do something a little fun today. Something I've never really done. And that is to time myself from start to finish on how fast I can pull this transmission out of this car. Because for one, I'm replacing, actually, if you're on my Instagram, you already know. I'm replacing my third and fourth gear set in the transmission because third gear is shot from the track day in a couple of street races I did in Mexico. And along with that, I figured if I'm pulling the transmission out, sorry, I don't know if that light's blinding you guys, let me turn it off. But along with doing that, I decided while the transmission's gonna be out, I might as well take the measurements from the TEKTON carbon clutch, calculate the stack height, compare it to the original stack height, and get the clutch rebuilt back to brand new specifications. That way I don't have to worry about it at Texas 2K. Transmission's already out. Why not? Let's get ahead of the game. So I'm pull the transmission today, and I figured, hey, let's see how fast I can pull this thing, because I think I can do it pretty quick by myself. And the only thing I'm doing different, I'm not gonna haul ass, you know. Usually whenever I bust ass, just like everybody else, kind of make a mistake. I'm gonna take my time. Only thing I did different was I kind of staged pretty much every tool that I think that I'm gonna need to pull this transmission. And that way they're within arm's reach. I'm not looking for it or anything like that. I can just grab it real quick, whatever I need, get it going, try to make it as fast as possible. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and look, make sure I have everything I need. Then I'll show you guys what time I start and what time I finish. Shouldn't be that long of a video. It's just out of curiosity. Let's get this thing going. All right, so just to show you guys, I even still have the cotter pins and the axle nuts. I have not touched this thing. Everything's still there. Everything's still bolted up, wired up. Nothing's loose. Bumper's still on. So this thing's completely assembled. And let's find out how quick I can do this thing. Let's look at the time, and then we'll get started. 5:13 p.m. Let's go. All right, so I think I'm just about at the point to where I'm ready to pull the transmission out. As you can see, I have it all taken apart. Everything's out that I feel needs to be out. Whoops. And it is 5:57. I think I started at 5:13, so damn, I think I made pretty good time. Let's pull this motherfucker out. As you can see, it's out. Got it out. You can see that beautiful TEKTON carbon clutch. It's not a good view. I recommend if y'all can find a good deal on one of those, to get it. Best investment ever made. But let's check the time. And 6 p.m. What was that? 47 minutes. And I had to run inside, change out the battery to the GoPro before I pulled it because it was on 1%. But yeah, transmission's out. That was my goal for today. Pull it out. 47 minutes. I don't think that's too shabby. I'm not very proud of being able to pull it that fast. That just means I've done it way too many times. But now it's about time for me to pull all these tools up, bring the bumper in, stuff like that. Transmission's out and ready. I really won't need to rebuild that until my gears come back, which will probably be mid to late next month. but the clutch, I can get the serial number off of that, give it to Tilton. They'll give me the factory stack height specs that the clutch was originally made with, and then I will measure them myself, and they supply a pressure ring by 10 thousandths of an inch, and they'll just give me a thicker one. This is the beautiful part about the Tilton carbon clutch, is that it's not very expensive to rebuild. The new pressure ring to bring the stack height back to where it is, it's only about 250 bucks. So really, if you plan on having an Evo or a car a very long time and you go to a Tilton carbon clutch, instead of spending 750,000 bucks to rebuild it every time, you're just making the very big initial investment. And then after that, it's 250 bucks to rebuild. So man, you can't beat that. Love it. And yeah, it's time for me to clean this stuff up. Thank you guys for kind of tuning into this little video, just being curious. Go ahead and drop in the comments on either this video or on my Instagram. Let me know how fast you guys can pull these transmissions. Let me know where I'm at. Maybe I have a little bit of room to improve or whatever, but let me know what's easiest for y'all. Y'all have any tools to make the job easier? I know one of the best investments I ever made was a slide hammer. I was having to rent one every freaking time from the auto parts store. Finally decided to get a TEKTON one from Amazon. Pretty cheap. I'll put a link in the description of the video to that slide hammer set that I have. And trust me, you're going to want it. It makes life so much easier pulling a transmission on an Evo. Aside from that, I don't really think there's any specialty tools. Oh, wait a minute. One ratchet that I did buy for the bolts on top of the transfer case is this 1/2-inch flex head. I think this is a 12-inch ratchet from Icon from Harbor Freight. And trust me, getting to those top bolts in the transfer case have always been a pain in my ass. It's the first time I ever used that ratchet, and it is awesome. It makes life 10 times easier whenever it gets to those bolts. So, I'm sorry I'm out of breath, but I'm going to leave you guys right there. Next video, I'll show you guys how I measure the Tilton. We get the stack height, and that way we can place an order for Tilton. Not sure if any of you guys seen how to actually measure the disc, add it up, get your stack height. But we'll do that next. That'll be another short video, shorter than this one. I thought this one was gonna be shorter, but until next time, thanks you guys for tuning in.